This week on MuzoHub, we talk blues and roots and gaffer tape. Welcome along to the second episode of MuzoHub. I'd like to thank you all for your responses and suggestions. It's really great to have such a good response after our first episode last week. And also thank Mr. Steve Saxton for being our first guest. This week we have a very special guest in the studio too, and it's Mr. Colin Thompson. Welcome, Col.
Thanks for having me, John.
For those who don't know, Cole, if you're around Bendigo, you'd know Cole definitely, but Cole's a founder and director of Bendigo Blues and Roots Music Festival, and as well as a very accomplished drummer in many bands around town. I think he spends a fair bit of time playing and has to stretch that time out to spend some time with the family occasionally, I suppose.
Definitely, always got to put family first.
Family first, mate. Quality time with the family. First, Cole, I'd like to just go back to where you started in music. If you could just give me a bit of an idea of how it all began, what got you interested in music, and how that's evolved, I suppose, into what's happening today in your life.
Well, I guess I kind of fell into it at a late age, compared to most musicians that friends with now, certainly, and I guess the average muso starts at a pretty young age, but I'd never actually touched a musical instrument virtually until 19, and I was in with a bunch of party animals who just happened to be in a band, and I used to go along to rehearsal and we used to knock around together and whatnot. Before I knew it, they'd con me into having a sing and having a bit of a play on the guitar, and then that all went out the window one day when I found myself sitting behind the drum kit, and that was it. From that moment on, I knew that for the rest of my life, whatever else I did, I was going to play drums for the rest of my life.
Love at first sight, was it, mate?
Oh, definitely. Love at first strike.
Strike, yeah. And so how did it evolve from there? Just playing in bands, or did you start off, what was your first band you were in?
I was playing professionally approximately 6 months later. When I say professionally, as in I was getting paid and getting looked after for drinks, which is a trap for young players, so be careful of that one. It's an easy life to get sucked into. But I was... I guess at the time, it just became such a focus for me playing the drums. So I did very little else for that 6 months or so, and until I was and I was just really grateful to have a bunch of muso friends who were all very patient, very experienced, and very patient, and willing to have this energetic young crazy fella come along and have a jam with them and whatnot. So I basically learnt from other players how to make music work in a room, as opposed to learning from theory.
Excellent.
Or lessons. But I first band I did paid gigs with would have been an act called the Gecko Blasters.
Gecko Blasters.
With Roger Davies was one of the members of that band, a brilliant guitarist, and he's it's gratifying the way things come around. He's actually a guitarist for the Croakers, who are one of Central Victorian's great blues acts, a bit of an all-star band of characters, and they are part of the Bendigo Blues and Roots Music Festival family. So, what goes around comes around.
Comes around, yeah. So what are you doing today as far as, other than the Blues and Roots Festival, as far as playing? I hear you've got a couple of bands in the go at the moment.
Much to my wife's chagrin, there's always at least 3 or 4 bands on the go. I guess I'm playing in a rock cover band, which certainly helps with the mortgage payments. With a great bunch of guys too, in a band called the Hungarians. and the name probably suggests that we don't take ourselves or the band too seriously. It is a fun way to get up and make a few extra bucks and you know some some good fun. I play as of about 6 or 8 months ago. Been very grateful to be asked by good friend Aaron Wales to play with him and Greg Perry in With the Radio.
Okay, yep.
And great songs played by great guys, so I'm really appreciative to be a part of that outfit. I also play with a really talented fellow by the name of Damien Neal in a two-piece called Urban Creatures.
Seen Damien,
Yeah.
Very talented man.
He is. So we get around a little bit, you know, a little bit of festival work, a little bit of, you know, pub work and a little bit of function stuff as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So when do you have time for anything else, mate? How do you fit this family and I often see photos of you and your two beautiful kids, and your other half there too. How do you find time to fit all that in, plus work?
Well, yeah, and well, I guess, you know, the short answer is I don't sleep much, but yeah, look, back in my day, I drank a fair bit, like I alluded to before. A lot of musos do get caught up in that sort of lifestyle. Not just musos, of course. Anyone can fall into those traps. But yeah, I've been sober for quite a few years now, and I guess I found myself through that experience, and you know, found the drive and focus that I needed to get out and be a part of things, you know, and rather than sit around, I guess, you know, lamenting what the music scene used to be or whatever. One of the many people in Bendigo who's keen to, you know, make a change and see it happen. And family, comes first, like I mentioned before. I come home from work, family,
yeah.
and then after they all go to bed, that's when I get cracking on the festival side of things.
Excellent. Before we go on to the festival, I've got a couple of photos coming up here. I noticed this photo of got a couple of drum kits you've collected over the time, have you?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I just for a few years I had a car, a drum kit, and the shirt on my back, and after I made some serious lifestyle changes, I started rewarding myself, if you like. You know, I got a bit carried away, a bit of a collector's personality perhaps. I know plenty of guitarists who've got a lot more guitars than I do have drums, but it kind of seems a bit more imposing with drum kits because they tend to take up a bit more room.
So have you got a favourite kit, or you like them all equally?
Oh, no, I love them all, brother. You can't do like that.
They'd hear you.
I do. I know a local drummer I had a conversation with a while back, and he said to me, he goes, "Oh no, I'm a one drum kit man," and I thought about it for a second, and I said, "Oh, it's not like, you know, wives.
No, that's
you
all
can
right.
have as many as you like. It's okay. You know, it's not like you're cheating on anyone. It's okay.
Just when you play one more than the other, you might be in trouble. Or...
Well, yeah, no, I've got to rotate them around. A couple of years ago, my wife said that the next drum kit I buy had better have a kick drum big enough to live in, because I'll be out of my bum. A good reason. There's a few drum kits there at home, but they're all different sizes and woods, and there's an excuse for absolutely every one of them.
Yeah. So I know a few guitarists that are like that too, that seem to have an excuse why they have to have about half a dozen. And I think I've got 3 basses, but that's only because I did, I think. No, I know the feeling. I've given away too many things, or sold too many things over the years, and wish I hadn't sold them. So I'm inclined to, as you get older, I think you're inclined to hang on to them and use them. We'll move on to the Blues and Roots Festival now, Cole. Just give us a little bit of a background of how this all started. It's grown from an outsider. I've seen it's grown from this little seed of an idea through to something that's absolutely fantastic for Bendigo and Central Victoria and regional Australia, I suppose. So if you could just sort of start us, where did that seed come from?
I guess it came from a range of experiences. I've been through, with my compadres out on the road playing other festivals and being a part of all sorts of different, whether it be pub gigs or other sorts of events. Um, and like I alluded to before about, lamenting the scene and what it isn't anymore because of technology or, the death of the professional student, whatever you want to put things down to, the changes that have occurred in the live music scene. Mm-hmm. The experience I got from being involved with Summer in the Parks in particular, which is a City of Greater Bendigo funded concert series that happens every summer. I was lucky enough to be involved in picking some of the bands for that and helping promote it and a little bit on the organisational side. That kind of got the seed well and truly planted for me. I started seriously entertaining the idea of putting something together from scratch that is truly grassroots, that ticks all of the boxes that are important to me and, to a lot of the friends who've come on board because, they're happy with where we're going with it. We're all about shining a light on the local scene, you know, and the local talent because I think the experience up to and including yesterday at the on the weekend with the Big Hill winery job we did, the showcase there, most of the acts were local. But as I always find with these shows that we put on, and so many local people do come out for them, which we're so appreciative of, they're generally always amazed at the talent they see, when especially when they find out it's local.
Local,
Jordan Allen was a great example. His set of originals yesterday was fantastic, and as good as anything you'll find anywhere.
Yeah.
And I heard comments from people saying, "Oh, well, where's this bloke from? This band's from Sydney, or they've got to be from Melbourne, and to have other people correct them and say, "Oh no, this is a Bendigo, this is Bendigo talent you're witnessing," and the jaws drop. It's just amazing, and that's been a consistent experience.
Yeah. Just having a little bit of vision from yesterday, just some rough footage. It hasn't been edited yet, but see you on drums there, Cole. Who can you tell us who the act is you're supporting there?
Yeah, playing a supporting role, as you say, with Matt Dwyer. He's a fantastic guitarist, singer and songwriter from Melbourne, who I only met this year. He's a fellow who contacted me and asked me if I'd do a job for him playing at Billy Roy's Blues Bar back in Feb. And Ben Gibbons there on bass, obviously a local legend on the music scene.
Well timed with that as we take a shot of Ben.
So and we so we did a gig with him without rehearsal. He sent us up a disc each, and we had a quick listen and a bit of a practice on our own, and then just got in and smashed the gig out, which was fantastic fun. And in talking to Matt afterwards, it just seemed a natural fit for him to come up and do one of our fundraisers because he's a fun guy to play with, and I knew that our crowd would appreciate him.
Excellent. Just get on to the actual main event now. I suppose we should head into that.
Yeah.
So that's in November. What date this year, Cole?
This year it's the 7th through 10th of November. And we're excited to be bringing the main event of that 4-day event back to Roslyn Park, which is an all-day, family-friendly, free entry event. Thus the fundraising and the chasing money all year round, sponsorship and grants and whatnot that we apply for, because our main event, or while we could go with a big ticketed event and get big, huge, mainstream names in and all the rest of it, it's not quite in the spirit of the vision of what we started with and what we want to continue to grow, which is all about, making it live music accessible to everyone across all socio-economic backgrounds, from all neighbourhoods. Not really interested in putting on an event where, any number of people, locally or otherwise, will turn around and go, "Oh, that'd be great. if only I could afford to go.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, oh, with the kids, with this, that, the other, couldn't get there.
Yeah.
So we love being able to bring top quality music
Mm-hmm.
to absolutely everyone.
Mm.
You know, no excuses.
Yeah,
It's
right.
there, it's free.
Yeah.
Come along and enjoy it, be a part of it.
Without pinching Molly Meldrum's saying, I say, do yourselves a favour. Anybody that hasn't been along to the Bendigo Blues and Roots Festival, Music Festival, make sure this year you do get along, because I can assure you, bring the whole family, fantastic. We might just take a little break from that, Cole. I've got to have our tip of the week, our Muso tip of the week. So this is a bit of fun, a bit of time for hands-on. And what I'm going to talk about this week is the good old one and only Gaffer tape.
Gaffer tape.
Now, as people in the industry, and I suppose a lot of other people out there know too, you can't do a lot without Gaffer tape. There's not much you can't do with Gaffer tape, I suppose. It's a better way of saying it. But the most important thing, obviously, is for safety, for keeping people safe. And these days, with the occupational health and safety regs, not just in Australia but all around the world, they're pretty strict on it, and for a good reason, to make sure nobody gets hurt. So if you have a look on the screen now, I've got probably what you'd say is the industry standard, which is the Nashua 357. Now, but I'm inclined to go for this El Cheapo tape, just my own personal opinion. I'm not knocking Nashua, it's fantastic stuff. But what I like about this sort of standard cheaper cloth tape, not cheaper necessarily, but there's lesser quality, I suppose, in some ways, is it tears a lot easier. It's also, I've had a few instances where it's actually the Nashua's pulled up, you know,
taking paint
off walls, and I suppose everybody's had that feeling like trying to stick it back on as you've taken the lead off. So I'm a bit of a fan of this one. What I thought I might do though, Cole, is that white square there in front of you. I might just shift your drink, and I'll sneak out a shot here, and I'll grab a lead. You can have that. And if you want to show people, if you have a lead across a floor, how you go.
I'm a drummer, mate.
Oh, sorry.
I
Sorry,
get all
leads.
techo on me and that, and start talking about
drum
leads
mics,
and stuff.
drum mic.
Oh
leads.
yeah, right. I'm with you. Okay.
So how would you go about?
Well, it depends on who paid for the gaffer.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd do it this way. All right. So I'd pull it tight to where. Now, if it was just on stage, it depends. Yeah, exactly what the purpose of it is. Pull it tight. Radio. Now, the other thing, and an old mate of mine who actually happens to be the chairperson of the Bendigo Blues and Roots Music Festival Committee.
I thought you were going to say Nashua.
No. Paul Haig. I used to play with. I played within a few bands over the years. If it was my gaffer tape and him using it, the way he would take his leads down, something like that.
Oh yeah.
And mind you, that's piece one, then a middle piece and another piece over there, and you guarantee that his leads aren't going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my tip usually after working in the AV industry for years is go with Cole's idea for anywhere, like on stage, like you say, and things like that. If you're going across the doorway, I think the other way is the way to go. So it's taped right across. So if you've got heavy traffic areas, that's actually taped down right across.
Still obviously
catch your foot. Exactly right. And the other thing, of course, is try to run your cables up around the walls or up over doorways if you can, without pulling paint and things off too. Obviously, try to keep it out of the traffic areas, but it's always it covers you, plus it looks good. It neatens the stage up if you can tape it down. But that's what I was saying about the Nashua. Like, you can pull this up and you know it's not going to pull any paint or anything off. Love the Nashua if you're going to put it up somewhere that's very high wear area, so you've got a lot of traffic going through it. It's not going to move. But just personally, I like the just grab the generic sort of brand. And
Fatty Anderson, we're talking to you, brother. I play with Fatty in the Well Hungarians, and he's well renowned for his black spaghetti on stage. So yeah, were you watching Fatty?
Yeah. So between last week how to roller lead and this week how to gaffer it down, we shouldn't see any mess when we walk around in the venues. Okay, well that was our tip of the week. Thanks, Cole, for participating in that one. Now, what I was going to say was the other thing I was going to talk about. We're going to play our clip of the week, which this week is a lady named Genevieve Chadwick.
Jen.
And you know her very well, and she's played at the last two festivals, or?
Yeah, we've had it. I've been lucky enough to come across Jen in 2011, just before, or yeah, while I was programming the first Bendigo Blues and Roots Music Festival, and her and her management are so great to get along with, and she's just a superb, explosive talent who has the personality to match. She's just keen to get out there and share her music, and she's not too precious about stuff. And yeah, she melts faces, and she melts hearts. She's a fantastic player.
Fantastic, yeah. Yeah, well, I caught Genevieve playing last year, and I actually had a camera there, so this bit of this clip you're going to see in a few minutes is the bit of shaky footage that we took last year. But absolutely fantastic. Guitarist and vocalist, just blow you away. You just sit there in awe of the way she plays. So, so that's all for our show this week, Cole. So thanks for coming along, mate. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
Good luck with the Blues and Roots Musical Festival this year. How can people find more information?
We're easily Googled, but if you want to get straight to the source, www.bendigobluesandroots.com.au. We've got constantly relevant material on that. We've got an events page to show you not just the things that we're staging, like the blues trams and our showcase events that go on through the year. There's also mention of a few different gigs at a few different venues in town. I encourage venues to get in touch with us and submit events to go on to that as well, because it's not a gig guide by any stretch. It's not all inclusive, but it's just a taste tempter there to show people what kind of music is going on that Blues and Roots fans can get along to and might be interested in.
Excellent. I'd just like to thank you for, as well as being here tonight, for what you've done for Bendigo Music in the last couple of years. It's really, between you and your team, it's not just Cole, obviously he's got a very good team behind him, but the vibe in Bendigo, I think, is just amazing at the moment for music that wasn't there 5-10 years ago, I don't feel anyway. So fantastic, Cole, well done.
Cheers. And
that's all for our show tonight, and we're going to take you out with Genevieve Chadwick. I think this song, if I can remember rightly, is You Don't Know. Would that be what it's called, Cole?
Yeah,
or something like that? That sounds close anyway. She repeats that a lot in the chorus, so it must be close.
It's a good guess.
So hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. It went a little bit longer than we thought, but very interesting stuff. I didn't want to cut Cole off, so thanks for everybody for joining us, and if you've got any suggestions for next week or future shows, give us a bell. Oh, before we go too, I'm just going to mention next week, hopefully we've got a couple of members from a band called Blister Transistor coming in. What do you think of them, Cole?
Oh, mate, they are my favourite heavy rock band from the region. Fantastic guys, good fun. Yeah. And they mean that stuff. Yeah. As far as,
excellent. Yeah, and they got a couple of nice little clips that they've shot down at the local Newmarket Hotel. So we'll hopefully get them in for next week. And
cool.
Looking forward to that. Okie doke. Well, we're going to let Jen take it away now. We've introduced her long enough ago, and have a good week. And hopefully I press the right button now, and we've got Jen.
Don't give it time to miss you. Don't give it time to walk away. Don't Don't get me false, it's dangerous. This game is for to play. In the dark, I always kiss you. In the light, your hand slips away. At the bottom of the bottle, you kiss me. On the double, and you say what you want to say. Don't give me walls to break through. Don't give me lines to trip. Don't block it out and be scared. We doubt that someone will let it slip. In the midst of our conversation, in between a smile and glance, you can sue me, oh, you're incredible. Don't give this a chance. You don't know what you do. You don't know what you do. You don't know. You don't know, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, baby, you don't know. Now I'm not gonna get angry, not gonna shout. You can sue me off, you give me all this doubt. When you get out of a secret, one you have to keep. But it won't belong to become the word on the street. You don't know what you do. You don't know what you do. You don't know, you don't know, baby. Hey, yeah, yeah. Baby, you don't know.
If you'd like to stay connected with MuzoHub, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.